Hello, everyone. For anyone who's joining us just now, let's have a quick run through of what's gone down already. So we've completed Act 1 of an incident at the Manna Hotel, or it's shaping up to be multiple incidents, I think. Certainly legally. So we've got our 4 lead characters. We've got Totty Clemens, the Manor Hotel receptionist, wannabe arsonist, and unfortunate witness of horrible doings deep in the woods. We've got Morgan Hammond, doer of horrible deeds deep in the woods, whose body count is rapidly escalating as we carry on playing. Winnie Osborne, Morgan's lawyer, and definitely the very definition of in too deep. And we've got Elijah Budiansky, who's the kind of motel dog's body. Totty Clemens, sort of not unwitting in his lack of wits, mainly co-conspirator, and who is enamored with Winnie Osborne from an early age, a tender age. So it's all pretty fucking crazy. And we had 2 things rolled on the tilt, which is what happens halfway through Fiasco, where situations escalate. They don't have to kick in immediately, that you can like roll them in as and when. But we've gone away after we rolled 2 things on the tilt, and everyone's, I'm sure, got their ideas of what to do with it. So the first one we had is, I don't know if it was the first one. The second one we had actually is a wild animal gets loosed, possibly metaphorical. Now. I'm sure maybe people have alternate ideas, but we're literally probably about to have in the first couple of scenes of this a scene at a zoo. So
don't worry.
That may be where that happens. Now, do people want? Sorry, what did you say?
What was the other one again?
The other one is, if I can just get the exact wording of it here, is a visit from the perhaps unofficial authorities. Now, I have an idea for this. I don't know if other people have ideas for it. But if you want, like, I've got an idea I really like. People can trust me.
Shoot it down.
People can trust me with it, or we can or we can field other stuff. Because here's my idea. My idea is that Old Man Drake is the former sheriff.
I like.
And he's got a bit suspicious about the goings on here.
Like, yeah, we think he's just Old Man Drake, but actually, he's like the soft power in this whole town.
Yeah. Or at the very least, the former drunken soft power, who's now carrying out a bit of, curtain twitching investigation, and is starting to get a bit suspicious of various characters in this place.
Would Elijah maybe tip him off if they knew each other, or would they not know each other?
I mean, maybe it's up to you, or perhaps he sees Elijah as an innocent in all this, and comes to him and asks him what's going on.
Like, he could well have
witnessed. Or Totty.
Yeah, he could well have witnessed our arson, you breaking into a random person's room, a body coming past his door. Just so many things could Old Man Drake have seen.
Yeah.
Me on fire, yeah.
I don't think Old Man Drake is going to assume anyone is innocent.
Sure.
Not to be confused with Old Mandrake.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Do we like that?
Yeah, I think that's good.
I like that.
Okay. Well, I'd suggest we work both of these in naturally, right? Where we feel that they can slide into a scene or whatever. If people want to establish a scene with them in, that's cool. Or if someone wants to just, who's not in a scene, wants to go, at this point, I think Old Man Drake is going to get involved and they can play them and whatever. How shall we do it like that? Shall we do it kind of naturalistically, or?
Yeah, I mean, although, yeah, I had an imagined first scene that would be very incorporating at least Old Man Drake.
Let's do it then. Let's do it. So, speaking of which, it's Act 2. It works much the same as the previous acts, only This time, the person or persons who choose the resolution of the scene, that basically the resolution die always goes to the player whose turn it is, rather than gets passed on to someone else. But otherwise, it's all the same, apart from right at the end, because the last die, when there's only one resolution die, that die is wild, which means that person can choose either a good or a bad resolution for the end of that scene. That doesn't mean that their aftermath, which is calculated with the dice in their pool, is changed in any way. It's still the color it actually is for when it goes into their pool. But at least the very last scene can end differently to how it might be prescribed. Yeah, I think that's it. So with that in mind, Totty Clemens, what is the first scene of Act 2 going to be? Or are you choosing how it ends?
Yeah, so I was sort of thinking I want to set the scene, and I was thinking of having it so I think I want to come clean to Eli about the real reason I want to get out of this town, and it's because of Morgan, who's, who I am, like, I need to tell you something dark about Morgan. I need to tell you something you will not believe, but you've got to trust me. And I was just thinking it could happen like outside Old Man Drake's like door or something, and he could overhear and like be like, well, I have something to help you. Or alternatively, I could be like, oh, I've seen, actually we need some more firepower, and I've actually seen Old Man Drake with a piece. Maybe he can help. Something like that. Oh, you're muted, man.
You're muted.
Or the scene ends with just like the camera moving through the door, and on the other side of it is Old Man Drake, like.
Sure. Yeah.
Because I guess would Eli then talk about the body and all the other stuff that went down?
Well, yeah. We'll see.
Whatever you want. Yeah. So
you can keep that secret from me if you like.
Sounds like just a scene with Totty and Elijah then.
Totty and Eli, but maybe if it seems appropriate,
see how it feels with
one of you can bring in the old man.
Sure. Let's go.
Okay. So, Eli.
Okay, I'm coming. Oh yeah, we've got the whole the $250. How are we going to make this happen?
First off, it was $200. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, Eli. I am your friend, but I mean, yeah, I'm sure it was up from $100 very generously to $200. But look, Eli, I haven't been entirely honest with you. I've got to be honest. No. I've got to unburden myself. Is that okay if I unburden myself on you, Eli?
And you do whatever you like, as long as I get to leave the room.
Sure. I mean, we're outside.
Oh, sorry. What can? Oh, you want to tell me something?
Yeah. You gotta promise. It's between us. We're co-conspirators, you and I. We're in this together. We're deep. We're deep in this. Look, I don't want to get you scared, but that guy who lives in that motel room just over there.
Room 16, I think we'd established.
Don't look. Room 16. Do not look. He will see.
No. Yeah, I hate that guy.
We've got to pretend that we're just. Yeah, he's a real asshole. Name bastard something. He's a real bastard.
He is.
Mackenzie.
Yeah, I think it's Mackenzie or some other girl's name. But yeah, like he's. Look, you got to believe me, but he has killed a man.
Is this about the body? Yeah. I saw it just before. I forgot actually.
You were there.
I probably should have told you about that. Sorry. I should have
at the old altar. Pals tell each other secrets. Eli, we gotta keep. We're the only ones we can trust.
The altar.
Come on.
Well, he's got one in his wardrobe.
Where he stabbed
but maybe the altar as well.
That poor boy in the wardrobe.
I'm really confused, Totty.
Hold on a second. Look, I think we gotta slow down a second, Eli. Okay, take me through the murders that you have witnessed, and I'll take you through the murders that I have witnessed, and we together can figure out if these are in fact the same murders, or if there are many murders.
The murders.
Is a multiple murderer, as they say.
I think there's definitely some twitching at the curtain here among anything else.
Oh shit! I gotta keep quiet. I've got a very loud voice. That's what my mother used to say.
The main thing for me is I need that $250 as soon as possible. Winnie and whoever this bastard guy is.
It's $200. How many times have I got to tell you, Eli? It's $200.
They're going to get married, but she doesn't want to marry him. She doesn't. I heard it. I heard it from her while I was with the body. She was like, she had second thoughts. This is great news.
That's nearly as bad as murder.
Can you give me an advance on this, whatever it was? Any chance?
Okay, fine. Eli, I'll come clean. Maybe there was a bit more than $200 coming my way. I'll give you half of my cut, $250, and I will break up this murderer from his soon-to-be wife. Who's his wife? Who's his fiancée? I suppose she's a fiancée.
Winnie Wells, it's kind of his fiancée. He doesn't know that she's really
Osborne.
Really my
She's the girl you're always talking about. Oh my god. Oh.
Yeah, so this is why I need the money to take her away from the murdery guy. I've never murdered anybody. I'm going to have $250.
Should get you a real nice party.
I know. Well, they're going to the zoo tomorrow. They're going to the zoo to get married.
You know where they're going to be?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Red Rock Zoo.
At this point, I think the door of room 3 is going to throw itself open. In there is like a shortish, but still quite kind of like powerful looking, like African American guy. He's got like a steel gray mustache and like kind of like swept back gray hair, and he's buckling like a holster belt on, and it's like straining to go over his belly. And he says, "I've been after that asshole Mackenzie, that Mackenzie bastard for goddamn years.
Hey, Drake, how's it going?
They pushed me off the force before I could get him. He's gonna be at a zoo."
Yeah, they've got the wedding.
You've got no idea how much I'd love to break up that man's wedding.
Okay, but yeah, and we'll keep it down. Sorry about the noise. Again, really sorry.
You gotta take me with you. Elijah, where did you put my guns?
I think they're in the reception. On the sofa. They've been there for a little while. Sorry, I forgot. Hey, you've been asking me to, about I've been thinking about that. So,
no. Let's go and get this good man's guns.
Let me get the guns for you.
Let's get the guns.
And then we can talk totally about we need to. Don't let me down here.
2.5, as it were.
You're with the.
Yeah.
Old man Drake nods and says, "Let's go get the bastard," and kind of takes one last swig from the Jack Daniels bottle, the nearly empty one, and tosses it on the floor and kind of staggers out to go down to reception with Elijah.
Like as he goes, I sort of pick up the bottle and I like write it and make it so it's not like leaking onto the thing. And then I reconsider myself and I'm like, what am I doing? And I throw it into the pool and it smashes.
So this was your
you guys
setup,
resolving.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
You got help.
Yeah.
You just got Drunken violent help.
Drunken violent help.
Did she? Because I mean, Drake is going to get involved, but it doesn't sound like he's planning on doing anything that benefits Totty.
I mean, I would quite like Morgan to be dead because I feel like Morgan might be about to kill me.
That's fair then. In that case.
Cool.
I mean, it might end up badly for me, but...
Sorry,
that
might have derailed. Do we want to end the scene there? It feels like we've resolved.
No, I think that's it. I think that's the end of a scene.
Cool. Then go ahead and take yourself a red die, please, Pierre.
I shall. Do I add it to my existing pile?
Yes.
Yep.
Cool. I've got one more red die.
All right. So, Morgan Hammond. I mean, this is a scene at a zoo, clearly, isn't it? That's what's going to happen now. I'm choosing whether I want to resolve this or set it up. I mean, if I don't choose to set up, then it needn't be the zoo scene. I guess it could be any other scene. I'm going to resolve Morgan's scene. So it's up to you guys if you want to do the zoo scene or whatever else.
So, it does feel like the obvious one is the one at the zoo. It could also be like Morgan preparing to betray the people at the zoo or something like that. Like Morgan, but I don't know. That's probably less interesting than like.
While you talk about that, I'm going to roll the name of the person that
his contact.
Yeah, who is meeting at the zoo.
What do we think? I mean, it could be like Morgan bribing the zookeeper to let him in. Or
could it be like at night at the zoo? Or are we still
like I think that's it. The meeting is at night at the zoo, so
okay, so it could be like
for what it's worth, that's the scene I'm voting for is just the thing at the zoo. But
it's a low security, minimum security zoo where we can just kind of get in.
Yeah, let's go for the scene at the zoo, and maybe there should be also a security guard. Red Rock Power Zoo, sponsored by Red Rock. Power is just the type of zoo it is. Yeah. Shall we just say it's scene at zoo? Meeting drug people at zoo, as security guard sort of patrols.
I'm wondering whether I would. Yeah, Morgan, you have seen Elijah, haven't you? I was wondering whether they could arrive first, and Elijah could be mistaken as the contact because he knows about the meeting. But yeah, they've seen one another, haven't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the name of the cartel contact is
we're holding our breath.
Alberto Porfira.
Okay. Gilbert for short.
So if we're going for the scene at the zoo, I'm assuming that means we're all there, and Old Man Drake, and Gilberto.
I mean, it could just start with just you two,
and then add but you two could be there, but like off in the bushes or something, right?
Sure. I mean, like we'll probably. Are we going to arrive at the same time?
Mm-hmm. En route for a bit. I don't know. Where are you in the zoo as well? Definitely like the gorilla enclosure or something.
Sure. I was thinking tiger, but but it's your guys' setup, so
you're meeting Gilberto near the gorilla and tiger enclosures.
Sure.
It's a very small zoo, so they have to stick them
they're
together.
opposite each other.
as well as like the piranha exhibit, like they've got a joint aquarium thing going on. Okay, and I don't know, is Winnie there? Was Winnie coming?
Oh yeah, Morgan's bringing Winnie. Yeah.
Oh, no.
So Winnie's being dragged along as Eli and Totty might show up at some point during this scene with Old Man Drake. And we will have 5 characters to be played.
By
6.
Well, does one of you two want to play Gilberto? While we do the first part of the scene, then, if the first part of the scene is just Winnie and Morgan and Gilberto.
You go for it, Pierre.
Sure. I felt like I was the police officer though. I got all those lines.
You didn't get to flex
police officer
much in that role, though, did you?
Yeah, the one that got.
Got the knife straight away.
What's the chance that Morgan's going to kill this guy as well?
Yeah, pretty low. Okay.
So what's are we like? Me and Winnie kind of like waiting for Gilberto to come walking out of the darkness? Is that the kind of thing that's?
Yep. So
okay. Morgan is like just staring into the tiger enclosure, saying, "You ever see a tiger hunt, Miss Osborne?" His accent's completely changed.
No.
They attack from behind. It's the safest place to leap from. Ain't that right, Gilberto?
Gilberto emerges from the shadows behind. Absolutely, Morgan. Don't know what my accent is going. Oh, I need to be like, I don't know. Hey, man. Okay, yeah.
So,
always had a good nose for trouble.
Yeah. Speaking of trouble, turns out the local law is willing to make a deal with me, Gilberto.
Don't take no money from snitches. Come on, man. Like the police we stay away from. We don't fuck around with the police.
Here's the thing, Gilberto. What can you boys give me that they can't? They're saying they'll drop all the charges, and they don't know much about the real bad stuff.
Yeah, and they don't want. I don't know what this accent is.
I'm enjoying it though.
It's working.
And they don't want to know about this stuff. They just it's best kept between professionals. Just best kept between us.
You are right, Gilberto. You are right, but here's the thing. Are you a professional, Gilberto? Because you see, I've been racking my brain something fierce about who got my name out in the first place.
Winnie is taking 2 steps back.
I think you better mind who you're accusing. And Gilberto lifts his shirt to reveal a pistol tucked into one of his trousers.
All the way through this, Morgan has been he's got that Bowie knife in his hand, and he's just been sort of tapping it in his other hand, or just flicking it around his fingers, just slowly playing with it a little bit. And he says, "That's a mighty fine piece you have there, Gilberto."
And the cartel has a lot more where this came from.
Oh, I know. I wouldn't want to piss off your bosses at all.
Absolutely. Let's just do a deal. Let's just do the trade. Everyone walks out of here, You, me, this lovely lady. Is she your girl?
No. Here's the thing, Gilberto. As I say, I wouldn't want to piss off your bosses. But problem is, they ain't been none too happy with you either.
And I think Gilberto at this point will pull his gun. How are you ending it? Positively or negatively?
I don't want to end it here.
Okay.
You want to keep going?
Gilberto will take a shot and miss, and will hit a lock on one of the enclosures as the knife.
Can I just say that messes with my resolution that I've got planned?
Okay, sure. Okay, so
you can still do it if you want, but or could you maybe shoot it and slightly knock it, or like break it, but not?
Sure. He'll just or you can be shot yourself if you like.
I think that's fine. He can take a bullet in the shoulder or something.
You can have a bullet in your shoulder.
Yeah.
Jeez. Jeez, no one. It's oh god.
When he gets splattered with blood from
oh god,
Morgan, as Gilberto gurgles to the ground.
Would you do me the kindness of passing me your jacket?
I hurriedly take off my jacket and pass it over.
Just binding the bullet wound in his fucking shoulder. Do we want people lurking in the bushes or arriving at this point or anything like that?
I feel like at the very least, the lights on in the security booth flick on, and you start hearing like some noises of some people who are coming to investigate the sound of a gunshot. And I guess the people.
Sure,
in the bushes,
I should say my resolution for this is a thumbs up.
It's a thumbs up for Morgan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh wow. Oh boy.
Are we adding security people? Sorry, I thought we were having Totty and Elijah and Old Man Drake involved in this. Because aren't they heading to the zoo?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I think we might have been cross purposes on what this scene was.
Sure. Okay, so it's ending well for Morgan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of a good way for Totty and Eli to emerge to make it good for Morgan.
Well, Old Man Drake's caught him in the act, right?
Yeah, sure. Old Man Drake can come bursting out of the shadows from next to from where Totty, Eli, and he were hiding with their guns, waiting to see what would happen.
Sure. I love the idea of Eli shouting, "Stop this wedding!" Like completely.
Okay, sure. And Eli follows, and Toddy's like, "You idiot! Don't go! Oh my god!" And so Old Man Drake is gonna burst onto the scene.
Does anyone feel that their character's not doing much in this bit, so could play Old Man Drake?
Possibly me, because Totty might be staying behind.
Lurking behind everyone. Has Elijah taken one of Old Man Drake's guns as well?
Yeah, sure. Grabs one out of the holster, runs up, points it at Morgan, says, "Stop this wedding." Which clearly doesn't look like.
And Old Man Drake is at the same time going, "We got you, you son of a bitch." I don't know what his accent is.
Eli to when he's like, "I've got you, don't worry. Don't worry, come over here."
Yeah, yes, you've got me. Put the gun down.
Come here, Winnie. I'm saving you.
Oh god, there are too many guns. There's too many men with guns. Law school didn't teach me anything about guns.
See, I know why this old man's here. But who the hell are you again, son? Pointing at Elijah.
I'm here to stop you marrying my beloved Winnie. and
what?
She shouldn't be with you, Winnie. He's got bodies in his cupboard and everything. Like, I'm really surprised he chose this venue.
I didn't pick it. How about everyone just put their guns down? Okay.
Yeah,
on the count of three. The count of three. Everyone puts their guns and knives down, and we can talk about this like responsible adults with a mediating facilitator.
I just says to Old Man Drake, "So, sorry, what are you doing here?"
I'm bringing this son of a bitch down, one way or the other. But I am a man of my word. I will give you 3. So, if you want to count,
by all means. 1. Morgan grabs the shovel. I don't know. It's on the back seat of the car or something, because it's got to be used as a murder weapon, right? Flings it out, breaks the lock off the tiger enclosure. I think it's a good idea. I'm just proposing that Old Man Drake's right by the entrance of that tiger enclosure.
Sure. And just turns around and is like, clever girl! Tries to yeah, and is horribly mauled by the tiger.
Chaos, alarms, Morgan, as he gets into the car with Winnie, pointing, assuming Winnie's coming in the car, or is Winnie going off with Elijah now?
I think Winnie's just picking a direction and running.
Sure.
If Elijah follows her, that's up to him.
Then
she's just getting out of here.
Then as Morgan gets into Winnie's car, he's going to call out after Winnie, "That's how a tiger hunts, Miss Osborne." And he's just going to pull away in the car.
Cool.
Enjoy that red dice.
Thank you. Which makes his prospects much worse from having a completely mixed die pool.
That's how it goes.
That's how it goes.
Okay.
So it's John's scene.
Oh God, where do we go from there?
I don't know.
Well, first, do you want to be resolving? Or do you want to be establishing?
I want to be establishing.
Okay.
And I want about 2 minutes later, when Winnie, Elijah, and Gilberto's
dead.
Oh yeah, is he?
Totti's still alive. Gilberto's been mauled by the tiger.
No, Old Man Drake's
Old Man Drake
mauled by the tiger.
Oh, he's been mauled by the
Gilberto got a
metaphorical tiger.
knife in his...
Oh yeah, I forgot that actually hit. We've run out of secondary characters.
There's still
She's a primary one.
Yeah. There's still Quentin Trescott, the motel manager.
That is true.
If it's a few minutes later, then you can just have Winnie and Elijah and Totty. If they all ran off, then I don't know.
No, I'm gonna do resolution because I can't think of
Okay.
Okay.
I
I've
got anything.
I was wondering if we could do. So, my thought is, at least for Totty, she still wants, like, she thinks that the only way to be safe from Morgan is for him to be dead. And she is looking for someone else who might feel the same way. And so she might have a reason to try, like, she wants Eli to help her, but she sees that Eli is helplessly in love with Winnie. And so Totty might be trying to get Winnie on side also to do a 3-way, like, vengeance on Morgan, or a plan to try and, like, take on Morgan. But I don't know, that could be an idea for a scene. Alternatively, maybe something like when you show up at the police station is another way, if you're running to the police, if that's your plan. I guess, like, it's got to be something to do with Winnie trying to take control to get back.
Yeah.
Something. So, we could like Totty's plan is definitely to try and kill Morgan, and Totty would definitely be trying to convince Winnie that, like, that she's in too deep, and actually the only way out is through. She's got to know something. And she's kind of fed up also of dealing only with Eli, who seems to think that this is a quest for love.
He's doing great.
Us, like, I mean, you could also do something like us dealing with the tiger.
I mean, like, yeah, like, we don't need to, just to note, we don't need to get John's agreement. John's resolving it.
Yeah. I'm just trying to propose ideas. And anyone else have any idea?
I think you're the only one with ideas, so let's just run with whatever you want.
Okay. So I guess the tiger having chowed down on old man Drake, sees Winnie running from the scene, and it's like instincts kick in, and it starts chasing after her, and the scene begins with Totty taking out her gun and killing the tiger, and saving Winnie, and then so
black die for the tiger.
Are you okay? I'm very blurry. Are you okay?
Oh God, I'm.
Oh, it's okay. Don't worry, honey. Everything's gonna be fine.
It's not gonna be fine. It's gonna be terrible. I'm gonna lose the case. I'm gonna lose my record. I'm gonna probably get struck off. I'm an accessory. I'm. Oh God.
No, you're a human being. You're not an accessory. You're a human being. Don't worry about it. Just, you can look. Alone, he can pick us all off. You know? Eli, he's got the best will in the world, and that is all that's getting him through these moments. You gotta stay positive. You gotta stay positive.
Yes. All right.
Look, he's a well-intentioned kid. He just doesn't understand things, okay? But keep that between you and me, you know? Like, look, we got bigger fish to fry, and by bigger fish, I mean Morgan. Or, no, shit, I don't know his name. I mean that fucking bastard. Mackenzie? Is the guy who's you know
yeah him,
the guy
yeah, the guy, yeah.
Okay, we just gotta stay calm, okay? We gotta stay calm. All right,
Eli.
All right. Yeah, Eli.
Yeah,
Elijah.
Okay, I know Eli.
Yeah, he talks about you all the time. Surely you've been in correspondence with him.
He's
Eli,
really bad at math.
he never described how good he was at math, but I cannot imagine he was particularly good at math. No offense, Eli. Those $200, they'll be right with you anytime.
hang on. Has Eli been here this whole time?
No, Eli approached in the last few moments, okay. But I definitely was saying
the camera pans round. And
no, I think the camera does pan round, and there is Eli. No offense, Eli. Look.
Don't take it. I'm just glad the wedding's off.
Yes, the wedding is off, right?
Yeah, there's no. I can confirm there is no wedding.
You're Winnie, right?
Oh, that's great news.
Yeah, I'm Winnie.
Look, that bastard thinks that he is above the law, and in many ways he is, but he is not above a .357 Magnum that I hold in my hand. A bullet will go through him just like it went through that tiger, and I am a remarkable shot. All those years that my father took me to the shooting grounds to gun down those innocent targets.
Brief camera shot flashback of Morgan with a bullet hole in his shoulder from Gilberto going,
Okay, look, you don't understand. Like, I'm
gotta take action.
I was supposed to help him, and
no.
I got a great idea. Todd, you said you can shoot him, Winnie. We've got $250. We can get out of here. We can finally find the life we wanted. We both.
Oh, what I want is to not lose a case. Okay.
Okay.
I have a perfect non-conviction record. And if he dies before his trial, he technically can't be convicted.
You know, that is the best reasoning I've heard all evening. Here, take this. And I hand Winnie an enormous pistol. Look, do you know where he's going?
Oh, he's gonna go back to his room. He's got evidence and bodies, and oh god, there's my evidence all over the bodies.
Okay, well, we know where he's gonna be.
We gotta burn down the hotel.
We're thinking the same thing.
You know, that's not a bad idea. I think I've still got some of that petrol. I mean, I think I've got some petrol somewhere.
I know it's a radical step, and I know it sounds crazy, and no one in their right mind would think about just burning down a hotel for no reason. But we gotta do this. If you love me, Eli, you'll do this, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna do it anyway.
And if you love $200, no, I mean, yeah, we've got this plan. It's good. I think this is the first time that something's gonna go right. Yeah, ignore the burn marks on my hands. All right, let's go. I think I know a shortcut.
You need to set how this ends for Winnie. So, yeah,
I think it's gonna end badly eventually, but Winnie's got a way out.
Cool. And take yourself a red die then.
Do we have many red dice?
Yeah, we were on half and half, so
okay.
Now we've got 3 black and 2 red.
Also, between the interval and now, I've completely forgotten what accent Winnie has.
Oh, it's exactly the same as Totty Clemens' accent.
Yeah. Cool.
Between Christopher Walken and
Matthew.
Randall.
Established scene or resolved scene?
Okay. I think we need a scene of this group. Like, we need to gather the stuff we need to start a fire. So I think we stop. Are we all going to travel together? We're all going to get back to the motel somehow. So,
I mean, you could do. No, actually, I shouldn't suggest. I don't know.
We're going to hitchhike. Attempt to hitchhike, and possibly covered in tiger blood. Walking sufficiently far away so that if the police or anyone comes, then we're not there, and then we'll try and hitchhike, and we'll try and stop off.
Oh somewhere. Man, yeah, that's cool. So is the scene hitchhiking back to the motel?
We're on the road basically trying to thumb a ride back to back to the hotel. Or to the garage. Maybe to the garage where Elijah
to buy some more. Just to buy some more gasoline in a way of like, look, I need some more gasoline right now.
Yeah, so Elijah will say a garage, but it will be the same one with the same guy that he bought the stuff last time.
Only this time he's going to show up covered in blood.
Is there any objection if you're going to hitchhike to a place where you can buy arson material?
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
Is there any objection to me playing the person you get a ride with?
Yeah, that's fine.
I have randomly generated the name Ghislaine Dupuis.
Okay, so
we just
start it with you guys hitching. Does that make sense, or do we want to already be in the thing? So, you're establishing it.
Yeah, do you want us to?
Yeah, let's just have us. By the side of the road, we've all got our thumbs out. We try to hide any weapons and look as not bedraggled as possible. But it's a pretty quiet road, I would say. It's not like a highway or something. It's just like a country road where maybe some traffic, some headlights are kind of coming towards us.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Here we go. So.
Are you happy with me generating the stuff about this character, or do you want to do it yourself? Or
no, get stuck in.
Look, this is never going to work. No one's ever going to.
No, it's fine. I know a guy.
We're covered in blood, and we have guns.
He doesn't mind. He can't see that well.
But we're hitching.
Cool. I know.
And why is he driving?
a people carrier pulls up at the side of the road for you guys. It's got an elaborate paint job on the side of it, a crazy elaborate paint job. And the paint job is like a big microphone and an old-fashioned guitar, and an amp in the background, kind of all spray painted in really vivid colors. The guy driving reaches over and opens the door. He's a guy maybe in his late 40s or early 50s. He's wearing he's got a proper 50s rock and roll quiff, shades, leather jacket, and bell bottom trousers. He looks like not the on a scale of really good to really bad looking Elvis impersonators. He's right in the middle. What, you kids want some kind of ride, yes?
Yeah, that would be very nice, thank you, good sir. We've just been well, don't worry about this. This is not human blood, this is tiger blood.
Oh, it does not worry Ghislaine at all. I see all sorts on these roads. Yeah, get in.
We just had a hard night. Thank you very much. It's very difficult.
Toddy, as a lawyer, I advise you to stop talking. Just get in.
About the tiger blood?
Yeah, about anything. Just get in.
Oh, okay. Sure. All right. I will not mention the tiger blood a single more time.
You are a lawyer?
No. Winnie, don't stop talking about the law.
I could use a lawyer. There's several songs I wrote that attributed to other people over the years. You have no idea the troubles I have seen.
Oh, I'm more of a criminal lawyer.
And it's an absolute crime what they're doing to this man's songs.
Well, yeah, Toddy, that's fine. But I got a friend who is big into copyright, and I'll get them to call you And yeah.
Well, I give you my card. He passes a card to you. It says Ghislaine Dupuis, a professional rock and roller.
I didn't know they did professional ones of those.
So I don't have my jacket. I'll tuck it into a.
Look, we need to get going for the.
Elvis, do you know the Chevron filling station, like 3 miles down that way?
The people carrier kind of jerks to a sudden halt, and he kind of whips around in his chair and says, "You do not say that name in here."
Sorry,
the gas station.
Yeah,
just the gas
fraud.
station.
You hear me? A fraud.
Yes, he was.
That he's frozen.
Yes, he was. Now let's just.
Nothing. Elvis Presley. He's driving along, entirely consumed in his seeming vendetta against Elvis Presley.
Sorry, Mr. Presley. We just want to buy some stuff to set a fire.
Eli.
Yeah.
Oh, you got a new hairspray.
He's almost entirely ignoring you now, just muttering swear words under his breath.
We indicate like death signs in the back.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm worried about taking over the scene with Ghislaine Dupuis, so I will retreat him for now while you guys carry on. Or do you want to just shall we just move to the? Yeah, sure.
Who's resolving this, by the way?
We are, I think. Is that right?
Yes.
Did Matthew set it up? Yeah.
Okay. I'm Ghislaine kind of puts you out and like leans out of the window and wags his finger at Winnie. I will make sure your friend gives me a call.
I will, Mr. Dupuis.
Dupuis.
Yep. We sure will. Don't give that guy a call.
He drives off.
He doesn't know what I'm called. It's fine.
Okay, good. Yeah. All right. Okay. Eli, can you just go in there and work your magic? Don't mention this is for starting a fire.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay, remember that. It's very important.
Wait here.
Yeah.
I got this.
Okay, yeah. Matt, do you want to be the attendant?
Sure, yeah.
Give me a name.
Do you think they'd know like maybe like someone also from the high school or something?
I think it's just like, the guy from earlier. The fire starter.
I think I was buying stuff from here.
Oh, hey.
To clearly start a fire.
Hey, man. How'd the barbecue go?
Hey, man. No good. I think we just need more. How much you like? Let's do the same again. And then, what do people use? You've seen.
Oh, you need more.
Yeah, like. You guys gonna look at the petrol pump outside.
You need the good stuff.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, the fumes weren't enough to cook your burgers.
Yeah. Can we just use that?
Okay, listen, Elijah, I got you covered right here.
Thanks,
he reaches under the counter and brings out like a kind of silvery canister. He says, "You know the rocket testing facility down outside town, down south. This stuff is good. Yeah.
Oh man, yes,
real good. Real good.
I tell you, I will pay back. I'm coming into some really good money.
Okay.
So,
okay. Well, you
need 5 of these, and I'll be back tomorrow. I owe you one, man. I owe you one.
Oh well, Elijah, I only got the one, but trust me, this'll cook your burgers for hours.
Amazing. I'll square with you later. How are you on, man?
Yeah, no worries. You have fun.
I like the idea that this guy is like actually a pyromaniac, just loves to see.
Yeah.
So you're just gonna run out, hold it up in the air, and go, "I got rocket fuel."
But also good.
And he probably drops it. He's shouting about it, and then picks it back up again.
Okay.
Well, I think that's the positive result.
Yeah, that you got the rocket fuel
for Eli.
So that's a red die for Matthew. Oh my god, that's only a second die. Which is immediately absolutely ruined your chances of having a good ending.
So are we? Wait.
Yes,
it's a red. It's a red die. Yeah, it's a red die from the middle to.
Sure.
Well, probably sorry. If we put it next to Matt's other one, then there we go.
It works. Stop both.
Stop
one person.
Cool. Okay, so we're back round to Pierre. You setting up or resolving, Pierre?
Let me think. I think that the logical thing is for us to. I would like to set up. I think I want us to be arriving back at the motel. I don't know if we have arrived before Morgan. Maybe Morgan took a detour or some such, and we are planting this rocket fuel and gasoline in the air vents inside of his room.
Yeah.
With the hope to start a fire when he gets back. This rocket fuel. Cool. And
my intention was that it is actually rocket fuel, by the way. That guy was totally huffing it.
Well, okay. So yes. Sure. So we've got that in the air vents. So I'm going to, I guess it'll start with me I've got a screwdriver, and I'm asking Eli, I'm asking to stand on Eli's back so I can reach up to unscrew the air vent. Okay, hold still. I've got to be very careful with this. Winnie, you got the rocket fuel?
Yeah, I got it here.
What the hell did that guy have rocket fuel for? I don't know. Okay, maybe I shouldn't be thinking about these things. Oh my god, this is disgusting. Oh, ugh.
Yeah, I think I'm supposed to clean those.
Yeah, you are. Don't worry about it. Shit, where did all the screws go?
Is this in room 16?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Okay, just put this down. Okay, hand me the rocket fuel.
Hand it over. Just don't drop it.
Don't drop it. Matt is voting for a negative. Okay, I'll just, and I carefully put it inside. Okay, everything's good. Can you pass me the grill, the vent cover. Pass me the vent. Okay, thank you.
Oh yeah, I got it.
All right, and then I screw 3 on, but I can't find the 4th.
Toddy, how are you gonna light it?
Don't worry, I'll just. Okay, I unscrew. I pour gasoline. We can just pour gasoline into the ventilation system. It's all connected, and then it'll light the rocket fuel. Look, it leads. Look, I've seen the schematics of this building. This is a flawless.
All right. Yeah, fine.
We just pour the gasoline.
Whatever. You're the arsonist.
Nobody said nothing about no arson. Okay,
No,
I'm
it's
not doing
reception.
anything. All right, I put it back up, and I think maybe as I push it back, it kind of knocks it, and it like falls down, clunks inside of the thing somewhere, and I'm not sure exactly where it has, like, the rocket fuel has ended up exactly. I'm sure it'll be fine.
We might need votes from the other two, by the way. Okay. Yeah, sure.
Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Everything is going to be fine. I'm wondering, I don't know if this is too metagamey, if the bad thing could be that Morgan is already waiting for us, or Morgan is at the top of the ventilation shaft with a lit match.
I'm absolutely fine with that.
Okay. Look, we just get out of here as quickly as possible, and everything is going to be fine. Don't worry.
Would it be appropriate if at that point Morgan on the air conditioning unit on the top is just like, he hasn't got a lit match, he's got his Bowie knife, and he's got a flint.
Like a flint.
He just knocks into the hotel engulfed in flames.
Yeah, and
is that the idea?
I want to imagine that out of that vent comes like a gout of flame,
a rolling, yeah,
that like covers my arm, and I'm like, oh god, again!
Stop, drop, and roll. Bloody stop, drop, and roll.
I'm going to end that scene there.
Cool. So I know exactly what I'm doing for my scene. So do you want to take one of those black dice and put it in your pool, please, Pierre?
Yes, please.
Yes, please. So I'm establishing this scene. And as the scene opens, so Totty is probably scrabbling towards that pool again to try and dunk in flames. Elijah and Winnie, what's going on with you guys? Are you kind of trying to escape from the flames, or trapped in room 16, or what? It's up to you where you guys are. I know where Morgan is and how it's going to open, but where are you guys?
Elijah might be pulling Winnie out. I don't know. What do you think, John?
Totty, you mean?
No, Winnie. I think he.
Oh, is Winnie on fire as well?
Oh, I think
I'm
he's
just
pulling Winnie out, like carrying her out.
I see. Okay, yeah.
I've got no beer, so I can't help you.
Yeah. I think Winnie was going to try and exit the room. At which point, presumably, Elijah, I don't know, grabs her and lifts her up in a heroic sort of thing and runs from the room like a hero.
Possibly bungles you over the balcony on the way out by accident.
Yeah.
Off the first
Yeah,
floor
that sounds good.
Okay, so you're kind of, sorry, did you say you're like kind of bundling over the balcony and like...
Maybe he tries to fireman's lift Winnie out, but then runs out and sort of trips a little bit and ends up dropping her off the first floor balcony.
Sure.
Yeah, okay, Winnie, sorry, I didn't ask permission for that.
So Totty's desperately trying to put her arm out. Elijah's kind of like maybe leaning over the railing, desperately trying to grab Winnie. Maybe Winnie can be hanging from the balcony over an extremely short drop.
Yeah.
Which Elijah's like, don't let go, or whatever. Like,
I think toes are still kicking up dust basically from the ground.
Sure. As this is happening, there's some like steps that lead down from the roof, and like everything's surrounded by flames now. But through like the crackling of the fire, everyone can hear these cowboy boots like just slowly walking down these stairs. I showed the clouds how to cover a clear blue sky. Clunk, clunk, clunk. You guys go for a bit, and then we'll come back to Morgan.
Okay, so shortly after Winnie, so Elijah just bundled Winnie out, and then I ran out the door, down the stairs, jumped in the pool again, goddamn! And then I'm splashing around again in the dirty pool water to put out my thing. Help me, Eli! Oh, just let go.
Eli, let go of my arm. I can just drop.
Don't let go. Hold on.
No, get off me.
No.
Clink.
I won't let you go.
Clink.
Sometimes you gotta remember. Just gotta let go.
And the tears that I cried for that woman are gonna flood you, big river.
Eli, if you love someone, you need to let them go. Especially if it's only like a 4-foot drop.
It's the lesson of the story.
So I think Eli is sort of leaning over the balcony and lowering you as far as he can. And maybe as your feet touch the ground, he sort of falls off as well onto his back.
Thus failing to learn the lesson of the story.
Oh, God, Eli.
We made it.
Clink, clink, clink. Morgan kind of saunters round the corner of those stairs onto the balcony, kind of looking down at you all. And I'm gonna sit right here until I die. He's got the Bowie knife in his hand and is kind of gently twirling it around his fingers. And maybe you guys should vote.
God. Ooh.
There's dissent in the ranks. Although...
Okay.
Oh no, this means... Oh. Okay.
I'm really surprised and definitely thought you guys were going to vote down for him.
Now I'm regretting it.
If you want to change it, God, I'm desperately trying to think how we do that.
Okay, yeah.
I'll change my vote.
Yeah, you sure?
Yeah.
Peer pressure.
Okay. I can do it. If you guys want him to come out on top in this scene, I can do it.
I'm just kind of he seems like he's definitely at the top now, but I don't know. I want 10 badly from him. He's clearly the villain of the story.
Okay.
I guess this particular scene ends.
Maybe you might have something there.
Really?
Sure.
I guess if this scene ends well for him, there might have been many more scenes. So
Yeah,
sure.
That's true.
So yeah, Morgan takes a few steps along the balcony, kind of slowly walking towards the other steps down to you, and he kind of tosses his knife up in the air and says, "You see, what you folks fail to understand throughout all of these shenanigans is the floor collapses under the weight of the fire and it spills down into some kind of raging inferno below. I'm not saying he's dead. We can leave a question mark over that for now, but that's it. I think that can be the end of the scene.
Yep.
And I'll take that black die. And it's John's scene.
Ooh. Oh God.
Establish your resolve.
What? I'm trying to think what plot hooks do we still have?
Feels like the point for a time skip.
It does.
I mean, or we can be...
I'm going to establish about a couple of hours later, maybe. So it's fully the dead of night. The firemen have turned up. They've just got the fire under control. Mostly. There's still a large amount of fire in the records room, like the office. They've mostly got it under control. And the three of us and the rest of the guests are currently giving our statements to the police. Or specifically at the moment, Winnie is giving her statement to the police. And I should roll a name for the police officer. Let's go for... These are weird names.
I mean, we have already had Officer Maverick Queen.
That's true. And I'd love to bring him back, but unfortunately.
What about Officer Algernon Queen?
Maverick's big brother.
Reginald Queen. Reggie Queen.
Let's go for John Rodrigo.
Okay, John Rodrigo.
Officer Rodrigo.
Who's going to play Rodrigo? I feel like I've played a lot of the quirky side characters. So maybe someone else should get a bash.
I've also played some. Matthew, do you want?
I have no accent game, so I would defer to one of you guys.
All right, I'll be. So what's his name? Sorry, Rodrigo. Officer Rodrigo. Howdy. How's it going? What happened here?
There was a fire of some kind. I was
oh boy,
visiting my client, and I think he perished in the fire.
Well, you'll be relieved to know that we found absolutely no bodies. We've been searching through the wreckage. Luckily, this motel is barely used. He must have got away.
Oh, thank God! I'm so glad.
Yep.
And wait, no bodies at all?
Nope. Looks like everybody
So
everybody got out okay.
Room 16 was completely empty.
Yeah, totally empty. I mean, there were some suspicious stains in room 16, but yeah, no.
Oh, thank God! It all worked out perfectly.
Yeah, you don't need to worry yourself. Why do you think that there might have been somebody in peril?
Well, I couldn't.
I mean, these motels are very dirty, ma'am. So, sometimes they have just, there was a little bit of blood in various places, but, these sorts
look, those things, they happen.
Yeah, they do.
I'm sure.
They definitely do.
And,
but did you have any connection to the people living here? You seem very concerned.
Oh, just my client, who was not around, apparently. It's fine. He probably left before the fire started.
That is very good. To be fair, there was one poorly injured lady, Miss Toddy over here. She seems to have a very surprisingly badly burned arm.
Oh,
but I think it'll heal all right. She got it put out pretty quick in that sewage water over there. I just worry for her health a little bit.
well, my prayers are with her.
So where you weren't staying in this here motel?
No,
you have a place to stay?
I've got an apartment in town. It's fine.
Okay, yeah, sure. I know I know that sometimes people feel a bit shook up over these things. Would you like us to escort you home, or are you okay just walking? I mean, we think it might be arson, but we have no real reason to believe that at this moment. We're not really sure. These are a real head scratcher.
A ride home would be real great.
Okay.
Do we feel that's kind of a positive resolution for Winnie on that one there then?
Sure,
got away scot-free?
Safe ride home.
Sure. So that's the red die there. So don't forget, this last die is wild in terms of how this scene ends for Elijah. So for this very last scene, Elijah, do you want to set it up or do you want to resolve it?
So again, as this is my first go, in terms of how the story progresses, is this the last scene, or is there a final phase?
This is the last scene we act out, but there's a phase called the aftermath, where essentially what happens is the first thing we do is we roll all the dice we've gathered through the game. That tells us how badly our characters end up in the epilogue. And then using the dice you've gained, we go through that epilogue one by one. So, for example, Morgan has 5 dice. So 5 times through the epilogue, I have to say, this is Morgan Hammond
doing X
or having X happen to him or whatever.
Okay.
So in terms of the last scene, just play it like you would, like you want the final scene to go, and you get to choose whether to establish or resolve as usual. But the resolution doesn't have to be bad, even though it's the black die there. It's wild, so it can be either good or bad depending on what you or the rest of us want, depending on whether you choose to resolve.
Okay, so what I was thinking here was that I don't know whether Elijah was privy to that last conversation with the police officer.
One of the people who was interviewed, if you like.
So
I would have been happy with Elijah looming nearby.
I think he might go back into the sort of very, very dangerous, unstable structure of the motel to try and retrieve the high school yearbook from the toilet before he leaves.
Which is unburned because it was inside of a toilet.
Yeah, so it's still in there, but the structure is obviously kind of dangerous and unstable, and he's just going to sort of barge his way through and go into the room. And actually, maybe that's it. Like, I don't know if we leave that. Can we leave that hanging?
Well, basically, so what you're saying is you want to show him barging into the room and going for this thing, and now the 3 of us have to vote on whether it ends badly or well.
Yeah. So
how do we want to do this, guys?
What he wants to save that.
How do we want to do this, guys? Do we want to do a count of 3 and then a thumbs up or a thumbs down?
Do I think that Elijah should have a success in his life?
The success is recovering the success is does he survive? Does he get through without a building collapsing on him?
Oh man, I have a really specific idea. Pro is too specific. Okay, I'm ready. I think I know what I want. I think I'm
okay, I think I know.
Okay, so I'm gonna go bing,
bing,
bing.
We all want.
We don't want him to find the yearbook, right? We want him to find money.
Yeah.
The embezzled money.
Oh
right?
Man. Well,
I was just thinking I didn't want him to die.
I mean, something good needs to happen.
Yeah.
So maybe that yearbook is there, but then the wall has collapsed and there's just the embezzled money is shoved in a hole in the wall or something.
So he gets both.
Yeah, I think so. He deserves it. Yeah.
Another surviving Morgan under the rule.
Yeah, that would be the other one, right? Cool. So you get the last die there to your little group, and if we show the thing on stream there. So what we do now is we roll for how good or bad our aftermath is, and this is quite similar to the tilt roll. You take all your dice and you give them a good roll, and then you take the higher number. You separate them out into red and black once you've rolled them, and you take whichever one sums up to the lower number, the red or the black, away from the higher number.
Wait, are we not playing out that last scene, by the way?
Sorry?
Or are we playing out that last scene or not? So.
Oh, I thought. Sorry, I thought you said that you just wanted to
Yeah, no, I think we've made that as a given. He steps in. He recovers the zip bag, and like you say, there's a big pile of cash in a hole in in the wall in an alcove somewhere that's broken down.
Like $25,000.
Like $250.
No. Like way more.
Yeah, a good pile of cash, and the assumption is going to take it.
Okay, cool. Sorry, yeah. And now we're doing the aftermath, right? Where we...
Yeah.
I gotta roll my dice.
So yeah, roll all your dice. Then like... Yeah, you total up your red amount and your black amount, and you take the smaller away from the larger, and then you check the two aftermath thing. Well, let's just read through them one by one. So, Pierre, what is your total like, and what color is it?
So my total is 6 plus 2 is 8, plus 3 is 11, minus 5 is 6.
And is that 6 black?
6 black, yeah.
Okay, so this is the estimate of where you end up. Pathetic. You'll suffer, oh dear God, will you suffer, and everyone will know of your malfeasance, your stupidity, your lack of common sense and decency. You're probably going to be locked up too. So that's where you end up through your aftermath, or the kind of situation. John, what's yours?
Mine is 14 white or red.
Oof. Fan-fucking-tastic. It's fat times ahead, safe and secure. That thing that would make your life better. Oh, you got it. Absolutely, and then some more. Enjoy it. Elijah, what did you end up with, friend? 6 black
6
there?
black.
So that's exactly the same as Pierre's. So pathetic, you'll suffer, etc. Morgan got 1 black. So horrible. You are probably dead. Other people, probably innocent people, are as well. There is no justice. There is no mercy. Everything is utterly painfully screwed, and it is all of it, your fault. So, how we enact this, one by one, we go round in order, and we make a statement about our character or something that's happened to them, somewhere they end up, whatever. And as you do so, you pick one of your dice and put it back in the center. So obviously the amount of times we go around varies because of the amount of dice we have. So what I'd suggest, if I start and then we go, like the person with the most dice after them goes next. So like something like that, right?
Yeah.
So first one, this is Morgan Hammond stumbling into the outskirts of the next town over about a week later after walking through the desert covered in burns. So, shall we have Pierre next?
Okay. All right. So this is Totty retrieving some, trying to retrieve some pistols from old man, from the front reception, and then going to check the hiding spot where her money was and finding it empty.
John.
This is Winnie basically calmly explaining to the DA and the partners of her law firm that, you know, if the witness just goes missing, then obviously that's the police's fault for not having a proper guard, and she cannot be implicated in any way in any wrong misdoing, and also it should go as a mistrial, and everything. Really, she's probably going to sue them and them believing her.
So, I think that'll be me next. This is Morgan Hammond going to his backup stash in the next town over and discovering that the cartel has double-crossed him and taken it all. Let's have one from Matthew, shall we?
Okay. So this one is Elijah rocking up at Winnie's apartment with a rucksack full of $25,000.
Nice. And I think we should have Winnie next.
This is Winnie suing Elijah for stalking and harassment and winning $20,000 in the settlement, and also getting a restraining order.
I'll crack on with the next one. This is Morgan Hammond, enraged and in need of a method to really extract his revenge on those who've done him wrong. Decides he needs some cash and some weapons, and starts it out by heading to the nearest bank in the next town over in order to rob it. Pierre.
This is Tony Colazione, security guard at the local zoo, giving a very, very accurate description of the horrible woman who shot his favorite tiger.
Excellent. John.
This is the final judgment for the copyright case organized by Miss Osborne on behalf of Mr. Dupree against the estate of, sadly not Mr. Presley, but Mr. Posley, who is the foremost Elvis impersonator in Kansas, and winning large amounts of money.
Nice.
On behalf of Mr. Duprat, obviously.
Matthew.
So this is Elijah spending his remaining $5,000 on rocket fuel and huffing it with his friend in the garage.
Excellent. Okay, this is Morgan Hammond desperately kind of limping his way out of a bank as alarm bells screech. He is covered head to toe in blood. Most of it is not his. Pierre?
This is Totty receiving treatment for the terrible burns she sustained in an attempted arson attack on Tony Colazione's house.
Oh, the old triple burns. Matthew, do you want to round out Elijah?
Yeah, so this is Elijah receiving his job contract for the newly rebuilt motel for the same role, and with a single tear putting the zip bag box back in the same toilet.
John, close out Winnie for us.
This is Winnie winning a case on behalf of the family of Old Man Drake and their prosecutory claim against the zoo, trying to prove negligence.
On top of the world, fat bank account.
Perfect win rate.
Perfect.
That's why they call her Winnie.
She just wins.
Pierre, why don't you close out Totty for us, please?
I think This is the prison door slamming shut on Totty as she is convicted for just 8 arson attacks, some of which were definitely her fault.
So this is Morgan Hammond in the final split second before the cop's round goes through his brain pan as he flees away from the bank, drenched in blood. And the last thing that goes through his mind is the deep and abiding confusion that why the hell did he bother killing June Alexander if the beings he was pleading with for clemency don't even bother to protect him in return. An incident at the Manna Hotel, everyone.
GG.
It was good stuff. Good stuff. We hope you enjoyed that, folks. That lovely game of Fiasco. Thank you for watching, whether you watched it on Twitch or YouTube. If you've got any questions or comments, whack them into the chat and we'll flash them up and talk through them for you. In the meantime, there's some links down below that I'll take this opportunity to promo. We've got links to our YouTube and our Twitch. You're watching on one, check out the other. Links to our Discord where you can join up and talk to us about all things role-playing. Links to our Patreon where you can support us if you want in return for lovely stuff. We run 3 weekly series on our own channel, Monday through to Wednesday at 8 o'clock in the evening BST. Mondays is Call of Cthulhu, Tuesdays is Vampire the Masquerade, and Wednesdays is Simba Room. We do monthly one-shots on the first Saturday of every month. That's what this is. But there's also ones for Alien and Troika and Merkborg over in VOD form on our YouTube. Soon we're also starting a new series in association with Free League on their Twitch channel. It's going to be another Simba Room series, and it's starting on Sunday, May the 9th, and then we'll be fortnightly going forwards from there. And I think that's goddamn everything. Yeah. So let's have a look at some comments. That was really entertaining. Cheers, folks. See, ended well for everyone.
Yeah.
Thanks, Shell. Yes, it's what Fiasco does best. I mean, ultimately, the real loser in all that was the tiger.
Yeah,
poor tiger.
Yeah,
poor tiger.
But also, Totty shooting a tiger dead with one shot.
I know.
Which we wonderfully just glossed over and just started the scene with poor old man Drake.
Yeah.
Waited all those years to take Hammond down.
But at least his family got a very nice negligent settlement.
Yeah, they did. They did. That was good.
Bad locks on those cages.
Yeah. How did Matthew find that as a Fiasco first timer?
Yeah, that was great fun. Really enjoyed it. Would definitely do that again, and lived up to the Coen Brothers-esque hype. I think, which is it went down. It went down the path I was hoping it would go, and then more. So yeah.
It's just great when it kind of spirals and spins out, and you're just like, what more could possibly happen, and then the next thing happens. Yeah. All right. Unless anyone's got anything else, I think that's it, folks. Thank you for joining us. Thank you so much if you watched, especially if you watched all the way through. And thank you to my... Oh, am I forgetting something, John? You look like you want to say something.
There was one very interesting question that came in just as you were starting to wrap
up. There we go. Oh,
just under the wire.
Which of the GM-less RPGs have you played, and how does Fiasco compare? I can imagine that Pierre's played quite a few.
I've mainly played Fiasco. I've played like more collaborative ones like Dungeon World, which does have a GM but also allows quite heavy player interaction. I've also done improv in general, which is just fully GM-less RPing. So it's more structured than pure improv and less structured than like a system like some of the other systems that I've played. I think it's got a really good balance in terms of how much you like get out of it and how much it gives you. Like the prompts on the table are pretty flavorful, and they're quite good for just genning quite interesting scenarios.
Yeah,
getting your juices flowing.
I agree. I think it's a really good stepping stone.
Yeah,
because there's just enough framework that it builds up through the play sets for you to take it and run without the need for having like a history of improv, which Pierre does have, but like for other people as well. And I think also the variety in the play sets tends to be really good. Like there's a lot of them you can get for the game. I don't know what they're doing particularly with the new version, but the old version certainly had a number of like these anthologies that have like 12 in each and stuff. So there's a lot of that. I've also played Microscope, which is very different and focuses a lot less on individual characters and more on like stuff that happens over time, like big stuff that happens over time. I played one of that where we played like people colonizing a new world, and it was like the centuries after that, and it like started with this like generation ship arriving and ended with like a ship leaving from like this war-torn world, and the AI on the ship was like the chief scientist or security officer or something from the very first ship. Like their memories programmed. It was really fucking good.
Actually, the former lover of the chief science officer.
It was
killed in a coup on the generation ship.
It was, and like the only person on the ship as it left was the like cloned descendant of the other of their lover, and it was cool. It was good.
In terms of comparison, is it more? I feel like Fiasco is more like specific character based, whereas
it's more world building with the characters populating it. It does also have a framework though, and you kind of build through a set of index cards like this world out. So you have a kind of little memento of it as well, which is nice. I think that's the only GM-less one I've played. I would say honestly, the closest game I played Fiasco actually does have a GM, and that's Hillfolk. Which otherwise though is very similar because you take it in turns to set scenes and stuff. But that has a sort of free